Oh, you got it. Okay, there we go.
All right, guys. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Finally back in our studio. Please comment below from the beginning if you can hear me okay. All right. Yep, that's perfect. Sorry, guys. Have not been in the studio forever. Las Vegas, then took vacation. Finally back in the studio. I want to know if you guys can hear me, and we're gonna keep rolling. Hot topic today: how do you build $3 to $5 million business? Um, so looks like Marie says hello, hello. Yes, if it's for the sound, can I get at least one comment, maybe a few likes for the sound? So I'm gonna keep rolling. Not gonna take any more of your time. Anyone, please, guys. Okay, loud and clear. Perfect. So here's the topic today: how to build $3 to $5 million business, and why did I pick 3 to 5 million as a milestone? Question I get a lot. There's a lot of guys out there who running $1 million businesses, half a million, 700,000. 1 million, it's your first milestone, but it takes different mindset. It takes different set of practices in place to build $3 to $5 million. If you're in a rural area, away from major city, $3 million company will be as big, and maybe your ceiling, as $5 million company in big city like Dallas, Texas, or Minneapolis, Chicago. $5 million mark is good for big city. $3 million mark is good for city, let's say, with a 200,000 people in a city. So what it takes to build $3 to $5 million company, believe it or not, a lot. And I have 10 points based on my conversations, my travels. In the last 60 days, I visited 5 companies that do $3 to $5 million. One of them absolutely amazed me. You're going to see them on our channel within a few weeks. It's a company from South Carolina, Roofmatic. $5 million company, started in 2016. So I've seen those companies. I see what they do. I see what they don't do. And then I also see guys who've been in business for 10, 20, 30 years who cannot pass that first 1 million. So I want to help someone today. I know some of you need to hear it. I don't know who, but if there's one person on the other end who needed to hear this message is for you. So first thing that you have to start doing, if you're not $5 million business owner, and if you're only 1 million, this message is for you. Stop saying that you are not good at something. I hear it all the time. I do a lot of consulting calls, and I deal a lot with the roofers. And I hear this phrase that absolutely kills me. People say, I'm not good at marketing. I'm not good at sales. I'm not good at video. I don't want to throw yourself out there. Well, stop saying that. I'm not good at numbers. I'm not good at accounting. Let me give you an example from CrossFit. It's a lesson from CrossFit. We have a 22-year-old who won the games in 2021. His name is Justin Madeiros. So in CrossFit, you have to be good overall. You have to be good at gymnastics. You have to run fast, but you also have to be able to run long distances, not marathons. So you don't have to be number one in everything, but you have to be good overall. If you have holes in your game, like if you cannot lift heavy, you're not going to be able to win CrossFit games. If you cannot do rope climb or do 100 pull-ups, you can't win games. So if you're going to be taking last places in a few events, you're not going to be good, but you have to be good. You have to be 80% good in everything. And Justin Madeiros, he did not win any events out of 15 events except last one. He won one event. His average finish was 6th, but at the end, he became a champion of CrossFit Games, number 1, the fittest man on earth today. Now, think about your business. Your business has 5 departments. You have sales, you have production, you have administration, you have accounting. So all of those things, guys, they're absolutely crucial for your success. You cannot ignore any one of them. And if you want to build $5 million business, you have to be 80% good at everything. If marketing is not your game, guess what? You will never reach that milestone. If sales is not your gig to the point where you don't want to deal with it, you don't want to build a presentation, guess what? You will fail. You probably will be good at business as a job. You will be able to do $1 million every year, but to build $5 million business, that first. And also, I want to say something about that $5 million mark. Obviously, you can build 10 or 15 people who can build $5 million business usually can go further. A lot of them decide not to. So if you can build $5 million business, you can scale it back and forth. I'll give you an example. Eric Rena. Eric Rena runs $5 million business. I'll give you another example. Anthony Delmedico, who claims $179 million. Eric Rena makes more money at $5 million a year than Delmedico ever made in his business. Here's why. When you learn how to do 5 million, you can decide if you want to be 10 or $15 million guy. Like if you already have a mind, and I'm talking about repetitive, I'm talking about every year in your city, consistently do 3-4 million, never goes back. That's the business I'm talking about. And this is what these tips are all about. When you learn those things, when you don't have the weaknesses, your business will be running. Eric Rena easily could build $10-15 million, but he's in real estate now. Just talked to him other day. He's buying, like he's in the biggest business ever. He is building something. He will announce it. We're probably going to do it together. I'm not part of it, but he's supposed to come to the conference, and depending how his build will go, I mean, I'm talking about big business. So this guy for years, he's been, doing $5 million. You realize you can pocket $1 million if you do it right. You can make more money doing $5 million a year than $20 million a year. So that's what I'm talking about. But if you don't learn how to do $5 million a year, you will never be able to pass it. So that's why my tip number 2 is as follows. I have notes here. Identify your weakness and work on it for at least a year. I see so many guys, it's no leg day syndrome in the roofing industry. So a lot of guys, they just like to do chest. They don't like squats because people don't see it. Well, in the roofing business, the same thing's happening. Some people just like sales because it's sexy, collecting check and stuff, but you have to build your base. Your accounting is your base. I understand it's not sexy. I understand nobody's looking at it, just like, you think your legs are not sexy. Legs are sexy. Start working on your legs at the gym and start working on not sexy things in your business. Your business is not just sales. Your production is as important. Your administration is as important. Your marketing, your follow-ups, the whole thing. So stop having that syndrome. As a matter of fact, this is my personality. This is what I do. I'm going to switch really quick. This is what I do. In a CrossFit, I usually work only on my weaknesses because I know in a competition, when it comes, I'm going to be only as good. Hold on one second. Chairman, it looks like it's very blurry. Can you fix it, please? So in competition, it's, if I'm not a swimmer, I'm talking about this one, Jeremiah. I'm talking to that one right now. Yes. Sorry, guys. So in competition, I know if I can't swim, if we have event with the swimming, I'm going to be the last guy. I don't want to be 40th or 40. So the same goes in business. Like, I don't want to be the guy who doesn't know my closing rate, who doesn't know my KPIs. I want to know accounting. By the way, I hated numbers growing up. I started loving numbers when I started running business. I started looking at numbers. I started looking at QuickBooks. So if you hate QuickBooks, guess what? You stop being lazy. By the way, those people who say you're not good at something, you just find an excuse not to be good at it. You own a business. You don't have a freaking right not to be good at something. What, really? You're not good at QuickBooks? Go spend freaking $1,000, sign up for QuickBooks class. I did it. Why? Because I needed to understand my accounting early on in 2013 when I was setting up my business. Stop saying that you're not good at sales. Go attend some classes. Get out of your comfort zone. What else you're not good at? You're not good at production. Go figure it out. So spend the year. If you're already good at one thing, stop working on it, because you're going to be that guy with big chest, the big arms, and skinny legs. Go and work at everything else. If I know that my snatch at the gym is my weakness, I'm gonna work on that. By the way, give it a like. It really helps if you like this kind of content. Number 3, you have to build brand awareness from the one of the first days you're in business. If you want to build $5 million business, I want to know who's working on the job sites. You know how many guys, like how many times I come to, like I travel now, right? So we come with film companies. Sometimes you come in, there's no yard sign, there's no t-shirts on the guys who's working. You have to build brand awareness. Everybody around you should know what it is that you're doing. You have to be dominating in reviews, in that image. If I'm Googling or if I'm on the social media, your name should be popping up. You have to spend at least 5% of your income. You do first $1 million, $50,000 goes back on marketing. You do $2 million, it's $100,000 budget. Apparel, optimizing job sites, optimizing your online presence, everything. I can give you so many names, so many guys who, we travel to them. You go on local maps or local apps, you see them right there. And then you have guys who just know where to be found. Like branding has to be your thing. You can't tell me like branding is not you. Well, you can do that if you want a full-time job. And so many of you have full-time jobs. I'm talking about building that $5 million business. And I don't think it's possible without solid branding. Learn from companies like Monarch Roofing. Learn from Roofmatics and TrueWorks and companies you see on this channel. We're rebranding a couple companies now, and I can't wait to share with you what's going to happen to them. Magic will happen. Let's go to next. Number 4, follow-ups. 80% of your sales is lost, like not lost, but require follow-up calls. 80%. So if you're not doing solid follow-ups, and I see so many companies complain about lack of leads, where in reality you got the leads, you got the opportunity, you just sucked at closing them. So if your company closing rate is 20%, imagine how much business you live in. Imagine if that would be 80%. So if you're doing $2 million, you could be already $5 million business. I remember when we hired Rodney Webb, he sent me one of his accountants to look at my books, to look at everything. Our closing rate at that time was less than 20%. Embarrassed to say. That's why I needed freaking help. Sales was not my gig, was not my strength in 2015. So we have this guy coming in, we're looking at everything. That year we did 1,663 leads with the 18% closing rate. We were doing right about we did $3.9 million that year. If my closing rate would increase to 36%, double, 36%, we would do, I think we calculated, like with the 40%, I think it was like $8.9 million business. Imagine that. If you would follow up, if you have good sales, just fixing one thing. Leads were not a problem. Sales guys, could be training. I mean, think about that. If you increase, like you might be already there, you just don't know it yet. So think about it. So 80% of sales require follow-up calls. You have to be good at follow-up. You've seen recently a few companies. I know Andis Roofing is amazing. Actually, Andis is not on channel yet. I know it because the video is already done. I think it's our next video to publish. But you've seen few other companies. You've seen Powerline app we just introduced. They sell over 30% of their business with the follow-ups, with the automation. So you can't reach those heights if you don't have good follow-ups. Number 5, what do we have? 16 minutes. Okay, keep going, guys. Number 6, you have to know what you do and become true experts. I understand that it's not hard to enter in the roofing industry. For me, for you, for anyone, anybody can get in. But to get to $5 million mark, you have to become good. You have to know what you're talking about. You will be losing a lot of jobs just because you're not expert. So if you have sales background and you open a business, you probably can sell $1 or $2 million in the first year, even not knowing what drip edge is. Like, that's the freaking reality. And I'm the first one to admit it. But to be $5 million company every single year, around the clock, and maybe hopefully even growing from there. You have to be good, you have to be expert, or you have to hire experts. Go to schools. Like in the first year in business, I did not know much, but GF, own scoring, HAG certifications, whoever offer a class, I took it. You have to educate yourself. You have to learn your TPOs, EPDMs. You have to know what you're talking about, because you're going to have opportunities. And I see it all the time. I actually get messages from startups calling me, is like, hey, Dmitry, we have this bid for $300,000. We don't know what to do. Guess what? If you don't know what to do with it, how to bid it, other party that boards, they're gonna figure it out. And if your competition will send true expert to that meeting, you're gonna lose that job, and it's gonna be extra minus $300,000. You will keep your number, and someone will increase their sales by that amount. So to be $5 million company, you have to become expert. You cannot be newbie in the beginning. You will be forgiven many times. You just tell people, hey, I'm new here, I'm starting, give me a break, right? And people will do it. But if you've been in business for 3-4 years and you don't know something, don't know the code, you'll get educated homeowner. Maybe he learned something from your competition, asking you that question. Boom, you're going to be losing business. Number 7, this one is big. You have to become a better leader. Even jerks in this industry can build $1 million business. It's not a rocket science. You can sell $1 million. You don't need employees. You can be true paper contractor, work out of your basement. But if you want a business that operates by itself every single year, with or without you have to build a team. You have to become a leader that people want to follow. You have to build careers for your team, your sales guys, so the people will go and build your dream and their dreams with you. It's competitive market. So if you're a bad leader, people will quit working for you, will go work for someone else. Number 8, you have to know your business KPIs. We did interview today. We published it on our channel with Morgan. Listen to that. She says, they do audits for roofing contractors. Only 5-10% of those audits are decent. She said 90% are horrible. And I actually can attest to it. That's why in a roofing school, we have the full accounting chart. You can ask me about my business, what I did in August of 2013, and I'll tell you exactly what I sold, my profit margins per category, per month, everything. I always knew my numbers. It was my strength, not by default, but I learned it. So do you know your numbers? You cannot build $5 million business if you don't know your KPIs. Stop saying that you're not good at it. Go and figure it out. And if you can't, go hire someone to help you with that. Number 9, you have to have CRM for excellent service. And when I say CRM, I'm talking about you becoming a doctor. I'm talking about your team using it, like every single person in a company. I'm talking about understanding customer journey. I'm talking about building a CRM to the point where you see better review on your Google profile. You go to CRM, look for that name, and see what went wrong. That's what I'm talking about. So do you have a CRM that works around the clock like that? To build a $5 million business, you have to. And the last one, you have to outsource or delegate jobs that less paying. As a CEO of your company, you should be getting paid at least $100 an hour. Here's the mistake I see a lot of business owners do. You're getting paid $100 an hour, but then you answer your phone calls because you fail to hire $15 an hour receptionist to answer a phone call for you, to schedule an appointment. And now you're missing calls while you're with the client on the roof, doing measurements or presenting new bid, new quote. Same goes pretty much for everything. You have to delegate. I'm not saying that you don't have to do the work, but you have to delegate as many tasks as possible. You have to hire people. You can't do it all. You can't build $5 million business by doing it all. You're going to burn yourself. I just talked to a business owner right before this call. He did 6 appointments today. how do you think his days went? I mean, he asked me the right question. The reason he scheduled a call with me, he's a roofing inside business school student. He's trying to hire his first sales guys. He doesn't have sales guys, but that's not a life. I mean, it's a good life if you enjoy and you have enjoy your journey, enjoy your full-time job, and you're young enough that you can climb the roofs. You don't care about working late or getting up early. You don't care about working overtime. You have a health for it. Good for you. But what plan do you have? What's the exit strategy? What will happen if something happens to you? So you have to start delegating. So it's a very popular word to say these days. Don't work in your business, but work on your business. Well, I just give you 10 steps how to work on your business. The steps that you must take, because again, it's all mental switch. The first time you will realize what will happen. I was that guy. I was the guy who did not want to delegate. Now I delegate everything. I'll ask my employees to make me coffee. Why? Because sometimes I don't have 3 minutes and I have to finish a meeting. And why would I walk away and spend 3 minutes at the Keurig when I can just yell at someone and ask them to bring it to me? So that's 3 minutes will be spent with the client, because those 3 minutes with the client is golden, because I'm getting paid, a couple $100 an hour, and my employees are here to help anyway. So start delegating. All right, guys. I'm going to read comments really quick. I promise you it's going to be quick and easy. So I actually did exactly that. It's 24 minutes with the 2 minutes in. So it's 2 minutes. I did deliver on my promise, believe it or not. Alex Portman says, what's up? What's up, my man? Kevin says, good evening from Lakeland, Florida. I'm actually flying to Orlando, Florida tomorrow. Maurice is in the house. It's always good to see you, brother. Jacob LaRue, good afternoon. By the way, huge announcement. Well, it's not an announcement, it's a pre-announcement. At the end of this week, we're about to sign a contract with a really big speaker. I'm a fan of that guy. We have to sign an agreement. We have to sign a whole bunch of stuff. National TV host. You will absolutely be amazed who will bring to Roofing Process Conference today. Today is the last day. You can get a discounted tickets. Tomorrow they're going up $100 and it'll be regular price all the way to December. So super excited about who we are bringing. We still have a couple speakers to announce in September, but hoping that we're going to sign all the paperwork, do the deposit, the whole thing by the end of this week. And just letting you know that this person who we're talking to right now, he made more influence than anybody in this country, more than Rodney Webb. He's my personal mentor. I have not met him, but his TV shows did. Watched every episode of his shows. You're going to absolutely thrilled. If you guys come into December, you come into retreat. So give me until I can't announce until we sign contract, obviously, but I'm giving you a little teaser here. Jordy says, sounds good. Got you. Hello from Dallas. Hello, Daniel. Live, very common. Can you scale a metal roofing company? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I think the metal is the future. A few years ago, I was working with a metal roofing company in Orlando, Florida, Cocoa Beach area. They were doing $4 million in the first year. First year. So you can definitely build $5 million roofing business. Roofing is where the trend is, especially with the rising cost of asphalt. So asphalt used to be 3 times cheaper than metal. It's pretty much getting double. So like if you think about what's changing, so 2 or 3 years ago, you would be paying as a consumer $350 a square for architectural shingles and $1,000 plus for metal. So you're talking about 3 times. So now with the prices, we have reports that some roofers are paying 30-40% more for shingles this year than this time year around. So you're talking about $500 a square for or even $600 a square for asphalt, and let's say $1,200 for metal. That's double. So if asphalt shingles keep going up 7 times a year, metal is already the trendiest. The search is there. The products are there. I believe in metal, so it's a smaller niche. It's more profitable. You definitely can scale metal, especially if you true specialist. And I love the name of your channel, Architectural Sheet Metal 101. I don't see why not. Number 11, join a local business mastermind group. I would say it's a good idea to not only mastermind group, but to collaborate with local guys. You need help. You can't do it all. Like, I always have 5, 6 friends in town. I'll give you an example. When I was trying to get licensed in Florida, I remember I did a post. You have to buy like $2,000 worth of books, which for me wasn't a problem, but you still have to find them. I'm in Minnesota, so I have to buy them, ship them, wherever. So I did a post if anybody had them, if I can get it from them. And I have a local competitor here, Jason, close friend. We used to go to CrossFit Box together. Seen him at Expo recently. Ashko Roofing, good company. I would never have a problem losing a job to them. He calls me, he's like, Misha, I have books, come and get them. Another person from Florida did the same thing. I mean, think about it. You're getting licensed. Jason actually got already licensed in Florida, and he's like, here you have. But it's good to have good friends in your city, in your market. Absolutely. Barry Hicks says, awesome insight. Thank you, Barry, for the comment. Jacob says, can you do a video on how you structure your training for your sales guys in roofing? Sales manager here trying to better my training program. Yes, I can do the video about that. Hi from Massachusetts, David General Construction. Hello. Do you coach many metal roofing companies? I would say I have probably 4 or 5 that specializes in metal. You see some of them on our channel. There's my network. Not too many. We have a lot of companies who do metal on the side, but they're not truly metal companies as far as that's being their niche. I do have a lot of guys who's doing it, a lot of friends, some of them subcontractors, what's not. But I have 3, 4 companies around the country who pretty much went after metal. I would say for myself, if I would have to relocate and start over roofing business, I probably would be either metal guy or specialty dealer for one of the, something like F-Wave, almost like exclusive, not necessarily exclusive, but I would find a product that I believe in, or products like Ludovici or something that's unique that like I want to be number one in a certain category. Like if that company, that brand gets their leads, I want to be the one they would recommend as this guy installs more F-Waves than anybody else. Or like pick the name. It could be, teal core metal, or it could be a standing seam. I would rather be known for smaller niche than offer all service to all people, because people like to hire experts. If you become an expert, you can become very profitable. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind starting gutter company or gutter cover company for that reason. I would rather do 1 or 2 things and do a lot of it than doing everything. Hugo says, greetings from Cincinnati, Ohio. Greetings, Hugo. Architectural sheet metal. Thanks again, Dmitry. Thank you, sir. Reach out. Would like to talk to you. Maybe schedule a call. I'll drop link to my Calendly link, or if you want to send us a message, let's schedule a call. Would like to talk to you. Marletta Wilson says, be the first in the trade. Absolutely. Eric Hunter nails it. What's up from Texas, Rick Schmidt? All right, guys, I'm around Orlando. Love to buy you lunch while you're in town. James, I'll tell you what, I'm landing about 3 o'clock tomorrow. I will be, I'm not going to be long in Orlando. I have to leave town pretty much right away. If you want to do, and anybody who is in Orlando tomorrow, if you want to meet me, let's do a meetup, OPA, on International Drive at 4 p.m. That's where you can find me. So I'm flying in, I believe, at 3. I'm going to pick up my van. I have my car in the airport right now. I'm going to drive to OPA. And if you come at 4 to 5 p.m. at OPA, that's official Roofing Insights restaurant. We actually have waitresses who work there, who work for us part-time doing our events. So we have a meeting there with them at 4 p.m. tomorrow. If you guys if you want a good Greek food, one of the best places to eat, very authentic, very good food, come to see me tomorrow in Orlando at 4 p.m. That's where I'm going to be. Hello, my friend Gina. How you doing, buddy? All right, I did a $103,000 standing seam roof this year, profit of 45%. Sounds about right, Rick. Opa. All right, guys, we're gonna call it a day. Thank you so much for your attention. Hope I help at least one person out there. Give it a like, share, comment. I'll be checking comments for the rest of the day. I'll see you guys later.